ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl, Owamie, aka the only Miss Fearful in this YouTube street. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that I subscribe and also hit the bell. I absolutely love you. And ninjas, on the 16th of August, we're having a 4th masterclass. Everything is set. I cannot wait to actually see you guys there. Sorry, but shboo, I got my new glasses and I'm ready to roll. If you did not watch the unboxing, you need to. There's a whole story time there, and I just shared some personal stuff with you guys. So yeah, but let's when I tell you South Africa's pillar is Jackie Chan, Sibila is Bruce Lee, you will never believe me. You will never ever believe me. And let me tell you something. There is nothing more dangerous than black Twitter. Twitter will be the end. Or rather, maybe not even the end. Maybe the justice of this country, because let me tell you something. Gayton, McKenzie, they are after him. They are on top of him. They want him to step down as the minister of, I think he's the Minister of Arts and Culture. And let me tell you something. At this point where I'm sitting, I'm just like, okay, let's listen to this chende, exactly what is going down. Now, for some of you guys that do not know, there's a podcast called the Open Chat Podcast. It is a bunch of, I want to even say young, because they're not all young, but a group of people that come in and they talk. Sometimes they talk a lot of nonsense. Now this time they spoke about how colors allegedly sleep with each other, and the other one was like, yeah, I can believe that because colors are crazy. Now let me tell you something. Gayton McKenzie was like, what did you say about colors? Not on my watch. We're opening a case. We need lawyers. This and this and this. He was there, like basically saying that, listen, we wrote this podcast got kicked out of DSTV. Like obviously that's gonna hit them financially. That's horrible. And on top of that, it's a case that has been opened against, I think it's the two of them, the two co-hosts there. So obviously with all this happening, people are just like, yeah, Gayton McKenzie, until they're like, yeah, wait a minute. Is you not racist? Child, let me tell you the biggest shock, right, for me. And I don't know if this is even allowed to say this, right? Like, I think there's just that thing where if someone says someone is colored, you will always expect them to have a lighter skin shade or tone, right? And it is wrong. It is absolutely wrong. It's the same thing as, I remember, like, at home, growing up, if you see a Venda person that is light in complexion, some people would be asking, are you Venda? Are you sure? Because they expect us to all be dark, so all people cannot be the same color shade. But I'm shocked because I did not know that Gayton McKenzie was actually a colored man. I had no idea. It was only now, and when I listened to his speech, I'm like, actually, but it's been there. I just have not been someone that, honestly, in all honesty, like, paid too much attention to him, I guess. But just looking at him, I thought Gayton McKenzie was a black man, but he's not. He is actually a colored man. Okay, now Mr. Gayton McKenzie seems to have forgotten that he's not all the way a black man. He's a colored man. And yeah, he has been caught making some tweets that are absolutely crazy. Now, at this point, I'm going to say allegedly, because I don't want to get sued. Maybe somebody just created an account and they changed the name to say Gayton McKenzie, and maybe it's not the Gayton McKenzie, because at this point, I've not seen a statement from him. But let me read you some of the tweets that come from this account of Gayton McKenzie. A kafir sole ambition is to collect a certain number of cattle to buy a wife with, and then pass his life in indolence and nakedness. Gandhi. So I don't know if that was said by Gandhi, but for you to repeat it, then it should mean that you agree with it. Like, that's just my opinion. And then it says bullshit, and then this is Sheikh are mentioned, when we colored say kafir, it's the same as when we call other colors bushes or Indian schoolie, purely descriptive. That's a lie. That's a lie. Kafir is actually a derogatory word, from what I understand, that was given to black people by our colonizers who were Afrikaners. That's why kafir is an Afrikaner word. For me, I equate kafir with nigger. It's okay for a black man. Actually, I think with us, even in South Africa, we refused to even like adopt it. Like, Americans, they call themselves nigger all the time, but let a white man call them nigger. Like, trust and believe, they don't even stand for that. With us, black people, we never even normalized calling each other kafirs. Like, never. The first time I heard this word, I was definitely in higher institution. Like, I was already in varsity. I grew up my whole entire life not knowing the word kafir. That's how much black people don't call each other kafirs, right? But what Gayton is now saying is something that I honestly also just do not know where he got this information. Words like tenderpreneur and black diamond basically just describe you as a better kafir, okay? Words like black diamond basically means you a better kafir. Stop naming and giving nonsensical titles to blacks. So I don't know really honestly like what was the point in this. He then, the same account then tweets, any black person that complains about white people adopting black babies need to be shot. Fuck culture. And let me tell you, those tweets go as far back as 2011, 2017, 2015, 2013. These are very old tweets. And then now there's also a clip where he was being interviewed and he was talking about how he's not afraid to say black people are lazy. He never said colored people are lazy. He said black people, we are lazy. Why couldn't you say colored then? Because as a black woman, I'm offended by that. I don't want to lie. Jew is a colored man. You're not a black man. So I don't understand. Like, just because you now inserted yourself in this situation, like you are does it make it okay to insult black people? Make it make sense to me, because I really honestly am not. Now, even if the tweets that we saw here were not from Gayton's real Twitter account, but the stuff that he has actually said in videos and stuff, like, it's enough for me to actually say, wait a minute, actually, hold up, what's going on here? Because this is going to a direction of racism. If you know you're a colored man, why wouldn't you say, I'm not afraid to say it, we colors are lazy? Why couldn't you say that? Why should it be black? And the amount of times that kafir was actually there, you can actually say that, wow. Like, you can actually say, wow, I will not even lie, And on top of that, saying that, knowing damn well that that is a derogatory word that was given to blacks by their oppressors or our oppressors, that is absolutely wild business. And now my question is, as a black woman that is in this space, the entertainment space, can I ever get opportunities from the Department of Arts and Culture if Gayton McKenzie is actually a minister there, if he's someone that we suspect is racist? How does he really look at black people? Is he more enraged by the statements that were made on the Open Chat podcast because the people that said those stuff was a black man? Because now a lot of questions are definitely coming. We cannot have a racist minister, guys. Like, we really honestly cannot, I do hope that he will actually come out here and explain himself, because he also said some questionable things. Like, I saw a clip where he was with McKenzie, and this is what he said.
My first robbery, they hit me 8 years. Then the further charges came. All the charges came now. Then they gave me 13 years. And the third one came, it took me to 17 years.
But you never killed anyone during the robberies, no?
No, never. We were just very fortunate. But I'll tell you this craziest thing you ever had probably on the show. Do you know that from the age of 10, I so badly wanted to kill anybody.
Wow.
Like, it's something that people don't grasp. We colored boys, when we grew up, we call it you've made your bones. Have you made your bones? So if you've not killed somebody there, you've not made your bones. You can't lie about killing somebody because they know we live. And I grew up wanting so badly to kill people. I remember one guy was stealing my coat, bro. A coat I got as a gift from fire.
Yeah.
Gave me a leather coat because it was summer.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there and he's talking about it's like a colored thing, like when you're young, And if somebody now came out and said colors are violent, because that's a violent behavior, now those people need to be taken to court. I'm not saying it. I'm simply saying from the statement that he said, as a colored man, if somebody formulated and said that, then it means that it's a culture for violence, then it's going to be an issue. Do you understand? Like, I've never heard of any culture that says that from a young age, I just wanted to kill somebody. Like, where were you raised? What community are you in if that is the mentality of a child? Those are stuff that honestly we need to obviously address right now. We really honestly need to address. And let me tell you something, guys. Like, for me, there's a lot that I saw. I even saw another video of Gayton basically talking about how Mampinja got a state funeral. I don't know if we call it a state funeral, but the government helped when it came to burying him. Yet, the government did not help when it came to burying AKA. And he basically said that the only difference between these two was the fact that, AKA was colored and Mampinja was black. So again, you can see that race, I feel like, is a thing for him. Because someone like me, I look at that and I'm like, okay, I think that this was a bit unfair. But at the same time, it had never come to me. Maybe I'm just, dumb cop. But it had never come to me that it would be about the fact that this one is colored and this one is black. I don't know what the reason was for that to happen. But in all honesty, I didn't think of it in that way. Sorry, I really didn't. I think for me, the part that I looked at, it was like Mampinja died because he was sick. So even if the government had taken over and assisted the family, it wouldn't be anything that would even be questions and stuff. But AKA got shot. And unfortunately, even on camera. And it took them a while for them to even arrest the perpetrators. How does the same government go and bury the same person that they've not even gotten justice for? So I think for me, it was just those things that their death were very different. The circumstances were also different. But it never came to race for me. Like, it never came to this one is colored, this one is black. But the fact that was where McKenzie went, it is concerning. Like, do you see people and just see race? Do you see people and just see this one is colored, this one is black, so this and that? Like, that never actually came to my mind like that. But this whole situation is also absolutely crazy. Like, I don't know how he's gonna get out of this one. But he's being labeled a racist. There are people that are also saying that I think we should open a case. Because the amount of covers that were there as a black person, I feel offended. I don't even want to lie. Like, what? And this stuff, like, they speak down on black. That's why he said, I'm not afraid to say it. Blacks are lazy. We blacks. If you're a colored man, are you really black? Like, I don't get that part. I really honestly just do not. It's like that lady that was there, I don't know her name, on the Open Chat podcast. I mean, she's light in complexion. She could simply just say that, you know what, we colors are crazy. We colors are this and this. If she's not colored, like, really, that's just an insult. Like, for me, it's like me saying that we white people are crazy. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How am I fucking myself? Fuckering Okay, that doesn't sound right. Like, how am I entering myself in white chat as we? Because I'm not white. Do you understand? So I think that he really needs to come out and explain exactly what he meant. And let me tell you something. Twitter is like, you got 2 minutes. Do you know you got 2 minutes? It's like, you got 2 minutes because they want him out. This is absolutely crazy. And all this started because he was out here fighting for the colors' rights, which again, we're not saying that don't. What was said, I'm a black woman, I still don't condone nor stand with that, and I stand with the colored community in this difficult time. But as for Gayton Yena, I hope that the colored community will stand with us as black people whilst we try to find out why are we being insulted unprovoked. What gives you a right to sit on national television and discuss the laziness of black people whilst you're not even black?
But the problem with us is that as black people, I'm talking about here, we are lazy. And people are scared to say that. I'm not scared to say black people are lazy.
What stopped you from saying we colors are lazy? Why did you have to say we blacks when you know you're not black? Unless if it's black and I just did not know. But anyway, guys, I will not even lie to you. This whole situation, just like the tables have just turned, the tables have now just switched. And I guess as they continue to sue the Open Chat podcast, some people might also go out there and maybe open a case against him. Equality, why are you saying blacks are lazy? Who's lazy? But do you see us working very hard here? Is that not also generalization? Those tables turned real quick. And we're going to comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation. From Owamie, I love you guys. Stay blessed. And I think I also need to explain this part. When I said that, you know, I feel like it's that thing where you always expect that if someone is colored, they'll be very light in complexion. I've seen people make memes. You know, Peltus is a black woman and Benny McCarthy is a colored man. And if you looked at them, you'd literally think it's the other way. So the same way as I gave an example of even in Venda growing up, they would, if they see a light-skinned person, I experience that all the time because I have very light in complexion cousins, and oh my gosh, like they're very light even till today. And I remember like when people would like say we're walking and they would see them, they would ask like, are you guys like colored because of their skin? And they would be like, no, we're not. And it would always be a thing, like it was forever a thing. I will not even lie to you guys because they're very light in complexion. So I think it's just that thing that I'm also like at a point where I am unlearning certain behaviors and stereotypes. I should say stereotypes, but I will not lie. I'm only finding out now that Mr. Gayton McKenzie is actually colored. I thought he was a black man, honestly. But if he is a colored man, and he's out here talking about black people being lazy, is that not generalization, sir? And how do we deal with that, Chendi? And we're going to comment down below. From Owamie, I love you guys. Stay blessed. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.